Hey everyone, welcome back to the Thundertron podcast. So today I'm discussing and giving you my thoughts on two brand new deleted scenes for the Transformers Rise of the Beast film. I do have to say, spoiler warning, if you have not seen the movie yet, do not listen or watch this podcast segment. Both clips are about 45 seconds to a minute long. I'll actually leave the links to those deleted scenes in the description of this video. Also in the comments, please do let me know what you think of these two deleted scenes. Do you think they should have kept them in the film, or are you glad that they removed them? So of course, let's start off with the first one. It's actually a bit of a fight or kind of a tussle between Transit and Optimus Prime. So Transit, actually, we've kind of know about this character and the design of this character for quite a while now. Before the film was actually in theaters, there was some concept art, some images that actually were revealed and kind of leaked online, and most of the Transformers news sites and socials. And I was actually pretty excited because I'm pretty sure he was supposed to be a Decepticon, which would be the only Decepticon in this film. So I thought that would be really interesting to just have some kind of brand new character Decepticon sort of on the sideline. He wouldn't probably, if he was put in this film, he probably wouldn't have been a main character, but it would just be really interesting to see, like four factions in like one movie. Unfortunately, of course, he did not make it to the final cut, hence, of course, this is a deleted scene. I do have to say, before I get into the details of this deleted scene, I think there is a huge potential and a really good opportunity for them to get this Transit character, and maybe they could have put him in the second or third film, because again, if you don't know, this is supposed to be a trilogy, and the first movie was actually quite successful. Of course, not as successful as previous Transformers movies like the third and fourth that made like $1 billion, but it was pretty good. It was definitely on par to what we're used to with like the standard live action movie. So I do think we probably will be getting a second, third movie, and I really do hope to see maybe Transit in one of those movies. Um, so for the scene itself, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be, if it was in the movie, I was trying to, pay attention and watch the surrounding, I was trying to tell where this fight was happening and, like when in the movie would this would be if they included it. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be in the really early half of the movie. I'm pretty sure it's set like in a parking garage or like in a parking lot. It probably is set like right after we see the first appearance of Optimus Prime. So in the actual movie, the final cut, the first appearance of Optimus Prime is he transforms, like he's in like this parking lot or like parking garage, and then he sees the huge beam or kind of signal in the sky of the transwarp key. So then he calls all the Autobots to meet up so they can get the transwarp key. So I'm pretty sure if this scene was set in the movie, it would probably happen right around that scene. Um, and I think it looks really cool. Of course, you do have to keep in mind when you watch these, or if you've already watched them, you can obviously tell a lot of the CGI and effects are not finished. There's very little dialogue, and it's not even the full fight. I don't even think they ever made the full fight, because in the battle, we don't even know who wins. Does, Optimus kill Transit, or does he, run away and escape? We really don't know. It's just a very small section and part of that. I do know there is supposed to be like 90 minutes of like extra footage and like behind the scenes and interviews whenever they released this movie on Blu-ray and DVD that was actually recently released or kind of known on the Transformer sites. So maybe once we get this on Blu-ray, maybe we'll have another extended scene or another deleted scene of this fight, and maybe we'll learn the outcome. Like, does Optimus end up killing Transit? Were they planning on doing that, or did he escape? Um, Another thing we did learn, which I don't know if everyone else knew this, but this is brand new to me. Transit actually transforms into a bus, and he actually tries to ram Optimus Prime in the scene, which is pretty crazy. And the reason why I wanted to mention this is because I didn't know this before, but also, Transit, he did not make it into the final cut, but I do think they should make a figure of him. I think that'd be pretty cool, because, they have all of it there. They have the alt mode, they have the design of the robot mode. I'm pretty sure he actually had a weapon in this deleted scene, so they could just take all this information, all this stuff they've already made and planned out, and make this into a Stu Series figure, maybe a mainline figure. Yes, he didn't make it into the final cut, but we've definitely seen this before in, Generations lines, in, the Legacy Evolution, and previous lines from past years. We've definitely 100% seen concept characters or characters that were set like in a movie line but never were actually in the movie. A really good example is I actually do have a Bludgeon figure, and it's a part of the Revenge of the Fallen line, the original line when the movie was out. He never was in that movie. So just stuff like that, I definitely think we could probably see a Transit character. Or maybe they're holding this off because maybe Hasbro and like the people who are making the film, maybe they're going to really try and work this character into the next two movies. I'd really like to see that. But yeah, just a figure in general would be really nice. Whether he actually appears in a movie or not, I think it's a really good idea to make a character or a figure of him. Um, but that's pretty much it for the first clip. Again, not really much to go off of. There's no, crazy dialogue. They're just kind of like fighting. It was, cool. Really, mostly these deleted scenes, I wouldn't say art for, watching just like for fun, because of course it's not finished. It's just kind of to see like how would the movie be different if these were included. That is really one main reason why I like deleted scenes. Like, I usually think, would I like this movie more if this deleted scene was included, or am I glad it was not included? And also, how would this affect the film? How would it change the story? Usually, that's why I like watching these. But as for the second one, this one's definitely much more interesting to me. It pretty much changes like the entire ending, and like it could change pretty much the movie 2 and 3 if they included this ending. So, I'm gonna do a bit of a summary. I'm assuming most people listening now have already seen the movie, but I'm gonna do a bit of a summary in case you might have forgotten, because some people only see movies once, and they might not forget, or they might not remember all the main details. So the end, the Autobots and Maximals attack the Terracons to get the transwarp key, but in the end, Optimus does destroy the transwarp key, and he's almost sucked into this portal out into space where Unicron is. Well, that doesn't happen in the final cut. Noah in his exosuit actually helps him, and Optimus Primal does as well, and then they roll out of there, and then pretty much the movie is over. There is two ending credit scenes, but that really doesn't affect the actual end battle. But this new deleted scene actually pretty much changes all of that. Um, so apparently, a part of this deleted scene that doesn't happen. In the final cut version, Optimus is saved from being sucked in. Well, in this version, he does get sucked through the portal. He actually, in this very, very short scene, I think it's like 30 seconds, you just see him floating through space, and he actually pretty much like, goes up to Unicron, and Unicron opens his eyes, and he says, Prime. That's the only dialogue. So I think that is like really surprising. I was not expecting such a massive change. I saw this on YouTube, and I was like, oh, cool, that's a deleted scene. But I was so surprised of the end result. Like, wow, that is way different than what we got. I just have so much to talk about and so many theories. Hopefully, I'm not rambling on too much. But if they included this, you just have to think about how much would have changed for the future films, because in the version we got, he stays on Earth. He rolls out with the Autobots, but in the other version, he's in space floating into Unicron there, which is just crazy. And I'm pretty sure if they included that, that was how the film was supposed to end, which is like one of the biggest cliffhangers I've ever seen for Transformers and a lot of movies just in general. That's a really big cliffhanger. In a way, I actually kind of wish they included that, because we would all be thinking right now, like, what's going to happen to Optimus? Is he going to die? Like, is Unicron going to kill him? It's just so crazy. Um, I do have like a few theories. Of course, these theories I wouldn't say particularly matter, because this is a deleted scene. It's not actually gonna happen. But you just have to think, what would what would we be thinking right now if this was actually put into the movie? But maybe they'll use the scene, like maybe in the second film, Unicron comes back, and maybe he does suck Optimus through, and he's like in space in that scene. They end up doing that scene. There's always a potential for that to happen. But if they actually use this, as soon as I watched this, I immediately thought Nemesis Prime. Like, if this was put in the final cut, I could obviously 100% see a Nemesis Prime. I could see Unicron corrupting Optimus and turning him into a Nemesis Prime. Kind of like what we got with Ares and Scourge. He attached that device on her, and she slowly started turning evil. So if they had that, that would be pretty cool. Huge potential there. I don't know, maybe if that was an included scene, maybe they could have, for the second film, they could be like going to space to save Optimus from Unicron or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, the theories and like the ideas I have are endless. And please do let me know, as I said before, if you have any like theories like I do with this ending, this alternate ending, or like your thoughts, please do let me know in the comments. But that is pretty much it for this video. Of course, I can't make this video 45 minutes long, because I bet I could if I wanted to. But I really just wanted to give you my basic thoughts on these deleted scenes. I didn't want to do a super long video or a super long segment, because I know, as I mentioned, there is supposed to be a lot more deleted scenes and extra footage. So maybe there'll be some more scenes, adding on to the two we have now, and I can give you, some more theories and some more thoughts on them. So yeah, maybe we could see the end result, of Transit versus Optimus. Maybe we could see more of this Unicron and Optimus thing. But yeah, two crazy deleted scenes. I do hope we get more. We probably will. I do have to say, keep in mind that we might not get them, immediately. We might have to wait until we actually get this on Blu-ray, which I'm pretty sure is October 10th is the release date of the Blu-ray for this movie. So we might have to wait a little while, but I really do hope you enjoyed this segment. The Legacy Evolution DevCon review is coming very soon, in case you're wondering, and I will see you next time.